guide you where the lost begin. Whispers calling soft through the night, messages shining in the candlelight. Tarot speaks with the silver rhyme, echoes of souls beyond our time. Hands on the table, hearts open wide, I'll read the signs from the other side. Loved ones reach through the stars to say their words are here, not far away. Step through the veil, don't be afraid. Their voices linger, their touch convey. Come for a reading, let truth arise. Hear the whispers from the other side.
Hey collective, thanks for joining in. If you are a returning viewer, I greatly appreciate you. If you are new, please go check out my other videos. I don't do just tarot reading, I do EMF, pull off messages with the EMF reader, and I can also contact passed on loved ones as well. So today I am going to do a general reading. I will pull some cards to see what signs may or may not be involved, but it will overall be a general. And if it does not resonate with you, you're more than welcome to keep watching just for the entertainment, but please be mindful and not to allow it to affect how you think and look at things if it's not resonating. If it does resonate, again, just use it as guidance. Don't take it word for word, because as you know, this is a general reading, and so it of course is not going to have just one specific person's energy involved. Sorry, while I adjust this, I am camping right now and trying to deal with what the outdoors bring. Okay. Again, this is a general reading, and so if it doesn't resonate with you though, but it sounds like it might for someone that you know, I gladly pass on the baton for you to deliver the message to them and make sure that they get a little bit of clarity or insight, okay? So before I do any cards, I am going to do a blind Bible pull and get Spirit's message for this general reading, okay? And don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe for me. If at any point you want a free reading, my email is in the description box. I do not charge, and I'll go on ahead and get that going for you. Alright, we're going to start with the Bible. Alright, Spirit, please tell me when to stop. Tell me when to stop. Okay, so we are on Samuel 30:11, and we're going to start at 30, okay? It says, when David and his men reached Ziklag, they found it destroyed by fire, and their wives, sons, and daughters taken captive. So David and his men wept aloud until they had no strength left to weep. David's two wives had been captured. The widows of Nabal and Carmel, David was greatly distressed because the men were talking of stoning him. Each one was bitter in spirit because of his sons and daughters, but David found strength in the Lord his God. Then David said to Abiathar the priest, the son of Ahimelech, bring me the ephod cord of the Lord. Shall I pursue this raiding party? Will I overtake them? Pursue them, he answered. You will certainly overtake them and succeed in the rescue. David and the 600 men with him came to the Besor Valley, where some stayed behind. 200 of them were too exhausted to cross the valley, but David and other 400 continued to pursue. They found an Egyptian in a field, brought him to David. They gave him water to drink and food to eat, part of the cake of pressed figs and 2 cakes of raisins. He ate and was revived, for he had not eaten any food or drunk any water for 3 days and 3 nights. Being in the woods is creepy, okay? I grew up doing outdoor stuff, but the woods that I'm in right now are I don't know, it's just an eerie vibe here. And I don't ever see any animals around other than the birds. But one night, this thing was like walking by the tent, and I thought maybe it was another person. And all of a sudden I hear this like cry, this like animal squealed, right? And then I hear whatever did it to that animal. I hear it dragging the animal. And I'm telling you, we don't see anything out here. And so this place creeps me out. Okay. Says David asked him, "Who do you belong to? Where do you come from?" He said, "I am an Egyptian, the slave of an Amalekite, and my master abandoned me when I became ill 3 days ago." It says, "We raided the Negi, some territory belonging to the Judah, and we burned Ziklag." David asked him, "Can you lead me down to this raiding party?" He answered, "Swear to me before God that you will not kill me or hand me over to my master, and I will take you down to them." He led David down there, and they were scattered over the countryside, eating, drinking, and reveling because of the great amount of plunder they had taken from the land of the Philistines of Judah. Okay, so there may be somebody in the collective, okay, who is struggling right now, struggling to afford things, and could possibly be being isolated or bullied, right, by somebody in their household or around them. And these people have been watched for a while by officials, okay? And so somebody may be coming to knock on your door and ask you where these people are. And the official's going to realize you're going without. Okay, you've been put in a pretty bad position, but yet these people around you are not suffering. So it's going to show my throat. They don't talk. So it's going to show that there is some type of abuse or control over you going on, okay? So in other words, hang in there. Help is obviously coming, and don't be afraid to talk to this help that is coming. But just as the Egyptian did, make sure you clarify you're not going to hand me back over to them, or you're not going to do something that's going to cause them to retaliate against me, right? I am just like so weirded out. I feel watched. It's crazy. It is just so eerie. It's not even funny. Okay. So I'm all trying to look at shadows and shit. Okay, so collective, we're gonna go ahead and pull some universal cards for you, okay? Let's see what the universe's message is for you in regards to this. So here we have commitment, and we have destiny, okay? For commitment, it says, strange indeed that people on the earth plane are so afraid to commit, yet nothing can work without it. It is the very foundation of freedom. Commitment eradicates all fear of love and success. It is an enthusiasm that says, I am going for it, whatever it takes. It is the divine spark which funds a new sense of egoless confidence. When we are told to be bold, mighty forces will come to our aid. This is and always has been Spirit's commitment to us. Remember, what yeast is to bread, commitment is to abundant life. So you right now could be somebody who is on the verge of maybe losing faith in God, or faith in help ever coming your way. Okay? Divine does not want you to lose the commitment, the faith that you have for him. So even though right now the storm is lasting a little longer, people aren't picking up on signs or just straight up not giving a fuck, you need to stay strong, stay focused, okay? Be vigilant. Really think of all avenues that you can take before you make a move. And trust in the decisions that you make when you do make these moves, and know that divine is there. Okay, for the destiny, it says, untie the tangled web that binds and releases others from the entanglement of past mistakes. Okay, so if you can show this commitment and hang on, whatever happened that put you into this situation, it'll be forgiven, okay? Knowing our destiny is knowing our soul. It is our protection against confusion and carelessness. Oh my God. I'm sorry, guys. In order to reach our predestined place of honor, we must expand our hearts, stretch our minds, and savor our spirit. It is a pronouncement of our holiness. We become what we were destined to be. It is our personal victory. Now remember, destiny is fate foreordained. So your destiny was pre-assigned to you before coming here, right? The lessons that you have that come to you over life determine on if you pass them or not, determine on when you're going to make it to your destiny. Now, people who make wrong decisions their whole life don't ever get to their destiny because they're not up to par. They're not the type of person that God wants walking that destiny, right? So right now would be possibly your crossroads in a sense, and for you to show that you are ready to leave what was behind and move on. You're gonna have to kind of weather the storm for a little bit longer, just to kind of really give some reassurance to the Most High that this is something you want, that you're ready. Okay, so what I'm going to do is pull some past life cards, and this is going to show us what you're dealing with in this life that is from a past life, because the lessons in the past life were not learned, okay? So it'll give you an idea of what it is you need to focus on and really make sure you accomplish these ones. We have love life, finances, orphan, karmic relationship. Okay, so you know what these cards tell me? They tell me that your love life is not and has not been the type of love life that you actually really want. In fact, you could be struggling to find partners that are ideal for you and that are good to you because in a sense you fear being orphaned, you fear the abandonment, right? Now these partners you get with could use you for your finances, so turn you into like their workhorse in a sense, or they could be abusers that reel you in because they have finances, and you typically are someone that you typically are someone that struggles with finances. Maybe where you're at, there's not really like a good job selection to be choosing from for your income, or You know, maybe they are real big stiflers when it comes to like the education for the role you're applying to. Maybe you were someone that was excuse me. Maybe you were someone that was married at one point and was like a housewife for so long, and so getting back into working for your own finances you found to be difficult because of the gap, right? Whatever it may be, there is some type of dependence or using you for finances, okay? And the orphan, you have an abandonment issue, you fear it, and so you tend to, you probably go for men that appear to you as someone that could be your protector, love you, and really not abandon you. But what you're finding out is they're not really a protector. They're more of a bad boy who saw an opportunity that you could give them, okay? It's nothing to be ashamed of. It really isn't. Your heart, it just means your heart really does long for this love, this deep connection, this loyalty to each other, but you also may in a sense feel like you're not good enough for it or not pretty enough. Whatever the case may be, whatever the case may be, and so you're radiating that energy out, and it's attracting those type of people. I'm gonna go to the affirmation card now. That crow is like squawking, you hear it? Crows are like birds that deliver messages, like either alert that someone's in their area, their territory, or they deliver a message. So I'm like, I hope this bird's not telling on me that I'm here, or is it trying to signal to me that someone's watching? That's scary, you guys. You hear that? It's crazy. Okay. So this definitely has to do with partners you're choosing, because the affirmation cards that came out are romance, strength, inspiration, beauty, and love. So you're going to find that love, that romance that you're looking for, okay, when you start believing that you deserve it and that you're good enough for it. You need to find the strength within you to do this shadow work, okay, to really come face to face with yourself and have this understanding of who you are and accept yourself. You either need to stop finding women that inspire you to be like, because when you hit a certain point and these people display to you only things that they can do because they're their unique individual self, you then start to look even worse down on yourself. So stop having others as your inspiration. You need to find something inside you that is inspiring. The next is love. Once you accept yourself, okay, and you start finding your worth, you'll find that love. And when you do that, excuse me, you guys, I gotta get something to drink. This is getting ridiculous. Those birds squawking and shit is making me nervous. I'm like ready to go home. Fuck. Okay. When you do that, your inner beauty will start to exude, and others will start to be able to see it. Let's pull your angel messages real quick. I think I'm like the slowest reader on YouTube. All my videos be like an hour or so long. And then, I'll post it and I'll go watch a reader that I like or whatever. And I'll be like, damn, they get right to the point and fast and stuff. And it's like, let me pull some cards and then do that myself. But then I don't feel like I'm really explaining in depth like they do. I'm just like, oh, here's the information. Bye. I get nervous sometimes on the camera. Okay, so your first angel message here is from 4 of Michael, and it says, insights that come from quiet meditation, the need for more sleep, and time off. Seek relief from stress. So, again, you could be the money maker that is used by these people to survive, and you, because of that, you work so many hours that you really don't have enough time to yourself to really evaluate and make changes and work on those changes and stuff. So divine here is really wanting you to make a sacrifice on something that you do make time for, and maybe put it off for a little bit and replace it with meditation, quiet meditation, and the need for sleep. So you're definitely either not going to bed early enough because of who and what is around you, or what time you go off, type of thing. And it's really affecting your ability to be good to yourself, to stay positive, to really come up with creative ideas on how to maneuver your life so that you're happy and you're not dealing with these crazy relationships that treat you like shit, right? Okay. So the signs here that we could be dealing with are Capricorn, Libra, and Leo. So there's somebody that, and they don't have to be the signs that are in this. That's just what's popping up. So somebody could just typically be embodying the characteristics of those signs, okay? Which means if that's not their sign, but that's what they're trying to embody, they could be a trickster, or this could have been what they were in a past life and it's rolled over into this one, and it could be clashing with who they are, which is why they are treating you the way they treat you and running into problems themselves. Okay, so I'm gonna pull some random messages from this bag real quick. We have black sheep and angel number. So get on Google and Google this. Angel number 281613. 281613. Alright, let's see what. Let me get closer. Gosh, everything would break, right? So let's see what type of situation you are in right now. We have the Eight of Pentacles, so you have been having a hard time getting enough energy together to really make some changes in your life, changes that you know would actually benefit you and bring you up a few levels, whether that's financially or energetically, whatever. Here we have you looking at things that you used to have before you started dealing with these like vampires, right? And when you do that, it makes you even more sad, more depressed, and put you in this like, going ahead and abuse me, it's not gonna make a difference anyways, my life is fucked off, like type of mode, right? And what that is doing so when you have that type of outlook, what that is doing is creating a staircase around your crown chakra light. So in a sense, you're not only just creating a barrier for the outsiders who are trying to come in and get into your head, but you're creating a barrier to get into your head and access that light for yourself. With the Hierophant and the Emperor, in reverse. So you could have a ex-partner that you were either common law with, or were married with, or share kids with, that ended up getting into some trouble and possibly going to jail for what it is that they got into, right? And this could have affected your outlook on divine and the protection that you felt divine was supposed to have over his believers, right? Even though you haven't given up on the divine, you still have times where you're like, when are you gonna love me, right? And so with this, whatever this partner went through, it appears that they possibly won't be coming back to you anytime soon or at all, okay? And so here you have this love who comes around you, makes you feel like you're this beautiful unicorn, right? But he's young, and so you second guess it. You're like, I don't know. You know, you start thinking, well, they're young people play games. You know, I don't know if I want to entertain this. But the problem here is there's somebody else around you that you are giving more time to, and this person is actually on some warlock energy, some illusion energy, right? This person could be coming across to you as if they, if regardless of if you had a relationship or not, they'd still want you in their life as their friend, and they appear to be really supportive of you and help you really go after things that you want, right? What you're not aware of is that in the background, this person is only helping you accomplish these things for their benefit. They're wanting to benefit off of it. This person, by these cards, I'm going to assume is aware of this younger person who is also wanting to approach you with a more serious relationship, right? And so this person is really trying to talk you down and out of that, and make you feel like that's not the choice to choose. If you end up rejecting the offer from the younger person, you could potentially end up with this magician, illusionist, devil energy coming in, okay, and taking advantage of you. And maybe you're the black sheep, or maybe this magician illusionist is actually the black sheep, and so they're able to pull on your heartstrings a little bit more as a tactic to puppeteer you, to get you to bow down. You know, people are just so messed up because they don't care what games they play with people's heads. They don't care about the repercussions at all. All they think about is the competition and the prize at the end. This says, you want to know why he cheats all the time? He wants to know why you're so sad. Either you truly don't give a fuck about each other because one's willing to throw it all away. So he could be cheating because you're sad and he just doesn't want to deal with it, right? And because you're sad, you don't feel like being intimate. Or he could be cheating and doesn't give a fuck that he's cheating. And when he asks you why you're sad, he's not thinking you're sad because he's cheating, because to him, he's already told you, take me how I am. It is what it is. And if that's the case, they're never going to stop and you're going to forever be sad. Why give them that satisfaction? Because, you know, some people, they actually get recharged when you get sad or angry or start fights or huff and puff, or just having your negative emotions, right, charge them up. So you gotta kind of sit back and evaluate that and really ask yourself, like, what type of person is this? Is this somebody who is constantly doing something to where I come out my character? And if so, they like negative charged partners so that they can re-energize themselves. And that's not healthy for someone who is not a negative person, typically. Here we have the family environment, right? And this could be you or him that does this. But here we have the family environment, the blended family. Maybe you or him have kids from a previous relationship, but you guys are coming together, trying to make it work as one whole family. The problem is either he has a partner on the side that is a free spirit type of woman, doesn't ever want to get married. She just likes to have a good time and get off, right? Or that could be you. But if it's him and that's his side chick, he is enjoying the fact that he has both of the worlds. Like, he's got the housewife to maintain the image and the house and kids, and then there is the side chick that he can go mess around with and fuck on and all that stuff. If this is you, you are in a situation where you are in this marriage, this relationship, okay? There is a slight distance between you guys, but you still put on this front that your relationship is okay. But really, you guys could just be together because it's easier to just continue to help maintain each other than starting over. But deep down inside, you're wanting some type of release, okay, from the situation. I tried to find the love cards. I'm a hot mess right now. Okay. Okay. So for this, we have there's a female here who is tired of being the housewife. She wants to go and experience the fun before it's too late, right? And plus, she is tired of being the housewife for a man that she truly either knows or feels is constantly with another woman, right? And this other woman is married. I wouldn't want to be a housewife to that either. I would actually look at my man in disgust, like, go to her. Here we have a gold digger. Okay, there's a woman who is following the coins. Wherever the coins lead, this is where the woman goes. Then we have a heart with two swords through it. So there is definitely a third party scenario involved here. And here we have the man with his swans, but it was in reverse, meaning there is somebody here who will literally put themselves in a room where it's just women and come with something to draw them in, and whoever bites on it, he takes. Okay, so let's say that this is money, since we have the gold digger out here. This could be your partner who took your money, okay, and went around a group of people, possibly could have been bragging about this money, and this woman bid on it, right? And he knows she's a gold digger because otherwise he wouldn't have pulled that stunt. He did it on purpose. This man could low-key probably, in a sick, weird way, get off on the fact that his main woman is working to make the money, and then he goes and buys a bitch with her money. Like, I would tell him, like, you want a side bitch, she needs to pay her bills. We have the woman at the grave. So this could be one, you're getting ready to just mourn this whole relationship and call it quits because it's no good anymore, right? Or two, because this man is going after women the way that he's doing it, and clearly doesn't care if they have a partner themselves. I mean, think about it. If he is taking your money to go deal with this woman, right? But he can't bring her back to your house, okay? Because he thinks that he's holding the fact that he's even taking your money to do this. But the woman he's dealing with is a gold digger, so she's going to by any means do what she needs to get that money. And he goes to her house, and her man comes home and catches them, and he ends up dead or hurt or whatever. I mean, that's pretty scary when you think about it. And I don't think people realize that when you mess with people's emotions like that, you're asking for that type of harm, that type of drama, because that's like poking the bear. You have to expect, or at least have some idea, that your life is facing a potential danger when you are messing with someone who is already in some type of committed relationship. I mean, we're not talking about a brand new relationship that's 1 or 2 years old. We're talking about years of time invested here. Yeah. So here, this card, if it was in the upright, this would be like divine has blessed this relationship. He wants you guys together. This is definitely like, you know, a guarded and guided thing. But it came in the reverse, which means everything that you're putting into this cup to make it overflow in abundance for you guys is actually going nowhere you want it to go. Okay, it's going south, and you're not going to see any benefit from it. And reason why is because this man, I don't care how long you've been married or how long you've been in this common law marriage or whatever you want to call it. Okay, you could have been in it for 14 years. It does not matter. This man has completely chained himself off like a chastity belt. So his feelings, his deep inner feelings, cannot be accessed at all. So he has made sure he does not get attached to anyone. Now, you need to think and question, why is that? What woman hurt him before he decided to do that? And what did they do? And here it shows it's going to constantly be a struggle for you two, okay? And the only type of teamwork you have could relate to the child that you share. But other than that, it's going to be a uphill battle the whole time. This message says, if the concerns don't get fixed, you need to end it. this says either you're being watched by him so that he can stay 10 steps ahead of you, or at least have an inclination of when you become aware so that he knows what to say to throw you off or whatever to keep it going. Or this other person that they are messing with is wanting you out of the picture because in a sense he's getting a taste of his own medicine, because while he's manipulating you, lying to you, and using you so that he can go get his nut, this other person is wanting to get you out of the picture so that they can manipulate, use, and take advantage of them completely, right? This says there's an energy attachment that some days makes you feel tired, your body pains, and you lack energy and motivation. So whatever entity or energy that these people that he sleeps with on the side, or she sleeps with on the side, had, and when they have come back and tried to smooze you to get more out of you to go give to them, the sexual intercourse between you guys, the energy that they caught, it has come to you, okay? If you are investigating this and you need answers, it says stop looking outside yourself, because your soul, okay, your higher self, your soul, it already knows what's going on, okay? You don't need to investigate and find proof. Deep down inside, you already know. And you just need to go with that. It says they stay because they're comfortable, not because they're in love with you. That shit hurts, you know. But try not to get mad. Try to just take it as you now know characteristics or what to look for to avoid these type of people. You now know what type of man you don't want. I'm going to do one more deck and then I'll pull some confirmation cards and be done. Especially since we're hitting an hour. This person could be lying to you about things that they need to pay for or bills that they have. You want to gain your power back. Just tell them you'll pay the bill yourself. They just need to tell you where, what website or what phone number you need to call or whatever to get it paid. If they tell you that they need spending money, ask them for what. You know, tell them that you'll buy their lunch and have it delivered, or you'll get their lunch for the week and, you know, they can pack it as the day goes, or whatever it is. Try to take the power back, your control back. You've handed too much control out, so now that they feel that they have the upper hand. This card says, make sure your choices are thought to consider your emotions, okay? So stop thinking of everyone else and what they want or what's going to make them happy. You need to now take you into consideration. There is going to be a change in your confidence and your money once you do that. Casual relationship, good luck in love, adventure, and learning to compromise. So don't be sad, because as soon as you let this trash go, Divine is going to send you in somebody that's going to help you work through the emotions and the hurt and the pain. That is going to be on a friend level, but they're also going to love you good enough so that you can you can get back right, okay? It says, success for a creative endeavor. Any creativity pursued should have good results. Don't tell this person any of your plans. Don't tell this person what you want out of your life, okay? Just keep all that quiet and do what you need to do to pull your energy back, get your power back, and get away from them. But what I do suggest is, while you're doing all of that, get into something that could be a hobby for you, something that will be creative for you, because it will help you deal with that whole process while it's happening, okay? Okay, these are going to be the confirmation cards, and then we'll be done. This says, seeing what happens when you lock people in rooms with hungry seagulls. So this person could literally be taking the last of your spending money or whatever, and then leaving you at home with no devices, like no food, no car, nothing to keep you cool, like, and you're just dealing with it. I mean, that should tell you alone you got strength. A lifetime of sadness. Okay, you've literally told yourself you need to just get used to the sadness. This is what it is. No, honey, it's not. Divine wants you out of this, okay? You don't deserve to be sad. Poor life choices. And a Mexican. So either you could be Mexican and they're doing this to you because maybe your family knows how to get money, or your family takes care of you, or he's Mexican and you could be another race. And maybe it's not your money, it's his money, and he's leaving you dry while he goes and spends his money on them. I don't know. So just take what resonates, apply it where you can, and really try to use it as a guide to fix your situation, okay? Again, I do free personal readings, so if you would like a more in-depth personal reading that is fitted for you, please look in the description box for my email and contact me. And again, they're free. And I hope you have a good rest of your day and a good weekend, okay?